Yeah. It was flashing the encoding message again, but that's because I was closing Chrome at the time, and I guess that just made it shit itself.
Perhaps. Well, that should be good. Hopefully. Yeah, taking a nap wasn't a good idea, but I think I'll be ready. It's never a good idea, but yeah. The Smash Direct happened, as we've been hyping up, or at least I have.
It was the fucking best.
Well, good thing you didn't get spoiled, right?
I didn't actually. Like I literally just like when I was on my way home, I was like, I am not opening that goddamn phone. I'm just not.
Oh no, I mean the night before the Direct even happened.
Oh, I heard about the leak, but I didn't. I like only saw people talking about it, like mentioning it happened, but I didn't actually look at it.
I also didn't look at it because why not?
So where do we fucking start? Hello, Biggs.
I mean, we could go through the whole Direct if you want.
Sure.
All right.
I just hope you realize how long I want to spend on the first bit of it.
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, it's gonna balance out because I'm gonna have nothing to say because I have never even played a Castlevania game. I think I've only ever watched like maybe probably 30 minutes of it in my whole life, too. So, yeah.
I should rectify that for you.
Basically, the Smash Direct opened with a trailer for Simon Belmont, and there were rumblings that he'd be in Smash, I guess because of a leaker or something. Or a rumor.
Yeah.
You know, because it wasn't really a leak, it was just someone saying Simon Belmont will be in Smash.
It was one of those rumors that just appears and says, ah yeah, Simon Belmont. I'm pretty sure I remember such rumors going all the way back to Brawl. You know, I think that was probably just because like Snake was in at that time.
Yeah.
So like Konami was on the mind.
I mean, now I'm gonna sound like an asshole here. Everyone's talking about how iconic all the third-party, people are, and I'm not saying that Castlevania isn't a great series that has many games and whatnot, but it hasn't been relevant for a while, right? That's why Bloodstained exists. Right?
I mean, Bloodstained makes it relevant now, doesn't it?
I mean, kind of. Apparently, the dude who leaked Simon Belmont, I don't know what the word is, also said that a new Castlevania is in the works. And this
I had actually had suspicions about that because recently Konami have been on a kick of just some, like, I guess the people in charge of HelloFresh style have just stopped giving a shit, so the developers are just putting together their own little projects. It started with Super Bomberman R, now there's like Konami Pro Sports R, which is like a revival, like an NES sports game or something. So like in my back of my head, I've been going, like, it's gonna happen. Like Super Castlevania R, that's gonna fucking happen, right? Like, I would not be surprised if like a Super Castlevania R gets announced within like the next year. Especially because like Super Bomberman R, for as much as people complain about it, it's alright, and also it sold pretty fucking well. So, like, Konami's like, oh, like, or at least the people who are doing actual work at Konami and not just like sniffing their own farts are like, oh hey. But yeah, it hasn't been like, it hasn't had like any like fresh release of its own because Konami just went into like a hideous Dark Age hibernation until Super Bomberman R happened. Because I guess whatever exec was in charge has been like shut up pretty hard once like the threat of increased pachinko regulations has been on the table from the Japanese government in the run up to the 2020 Tokyo Olympics, and also other like he's not aiming down at me, why wouldn't he? I hate this prick. He deserves that. But yeah, basically like the situation is Konami, or at least some people in Konami, are starting to make video games again. So could happen.
Yeah, this might just be like Fire Emblem and Melee, where it's kind of advertising a new Castlevania, which would be cool.
Yeah, basically. It would be cool. I hope it even like keep that general art style it shows.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's kind of a surprise thing. Otherwise,
a Castlevania collection, that would also be good.
That'd be good.
There's also, there's also the Castlevania Netflix show that's been going on. That was extremely popular. So like,
when it was showing the trailer, I thought it was fucking Dark Souls. What
I'm sure
when
you
in the
would.
trailer is it like obvious that it's Simon Belmont?
From the moment it flashes his whip. Like when
Wow.
you see like the cross, like you see the cross crucifix on his like his belt with like the chain around, you're just like, oh my fucking god.
Okay, because I wouldn't know that.
Especially also his outfit, like the leather boots with like, the chains wrapped around it and all his like way he's been like commonly depicted in all his art. Also, when even if like that hadn't given it away to me, once it reached like the doors, like when he opens the door and it shows us the big hallway, I was like, oh my god, that's Castlevania 1-1. That's level 1.
Oh, that's cool.
It's like the opening. That's the opening hallway of level 1. Like it has the statues in the background and all.
Yeah, I only really got it when there was the ball and chain hitting the Skeleton Man. That's when I'm like,
That's
oh, this is
Death
definitely a Simon. Because I don't know, it could have been a Dark Souls boss. I've never watched Dark Souls. I don't know how,
Fucking everything is Dark Souls to you, man.
character dresses. I mean, it's like, the Dark Souls man had an amiibo, and it was like the Dark Souls Kingdom in Odyssey. It looked like so. I was, once again, I haven't played Simon Belmont game, so.
Yeah, this is the skeleton is death. Specifically, if I'm right, that is his Rondo of Blood art style. Look.
Like, it's a skeleton. It could be any skeleton.
I mean, it's the robe and the side, man.
I'm just saying, it could be any skeleton.
And the eyes and.
No, it could be any skeleton.
But yeah, like. First I mentioned the mummies. The 2 mummy men are a boss in Castlevania 1, and that's like, and then it gets into Medusa, and that's the point where like beyond all doubt, like you know that's Castlevania, because in addition to just being like Medusa appearing out of a statue, that room they're in is the actual Medusa boss fight room from Castlevania 1, right down to the stained glass mirrors in the background and like the positions of all the statues and shit.
I bet this dude didn't know this off the top of his head.
I did know this off the top of it. I saw that fucking room and I was like, yes.
He just saw someone point it out on Twitter.
Well, unlike you, I actually play video games. So
I'm playing a video game right now.
this isn't a
I would,
video
if
games
they
podcast.
released a Salmon Run stage, I'd be right there. Oh my god, that's the room in Lost Outpost!
Also, when Luigi ran to death, he ran up a long corridor, which, like the one before the death boss fight in Castlevania 1. And behind Death, you saw the tattered red curtains from Death's fucking boss fight arena in Castlevania 1. Like, it's basically just like in the same boss order as well. It's like Mummy Man, then Medusa, then Death.
Alright, but, where's Luigi in Castlevania?
Oh, he's dead.
I think I saw a Twitter moment thing, or Twitter news thing, where it's like Nintendo assures fans that Luigi is fine.
It was the Nintendo UK versus account put out like a joke tweet saying Luigi's okay.
That really, Luigi dying got more. He seems like it's getting more press than fucking Simon Belmont being in Smashes.
I don't
fucking
think that's
internet,
true.
stop.
I think that's just the people who don't play Castlevania just focusing on the one thing they recognize.
But it was pretty good, like having Luigi.
Oh, it was great. It was fucking great.
Especially like with how he's animated, it was so good.
Yeah.
Whoever
The animation in these
Luigi-
trailers in general is like top tier. Like fuck hiring like other companies. Nintendo should just have whoever they're at animating these make their animated movies for them.
I imagine this probably took
Luigi's
5
gone,
years to animate.
5 years that were fucking worth it. But yeah, I guess just because I have this giant list of things that I wanted to point out all the little Castlevania
We
details.
get it, you like.
The whip that he's using in like the standard game, and also like when it's specifically focused on him cracking Death in the face, that is the upgraded form of the whip from Castlevania 1, 2, and 3. It's been the chain whip of like the metal ball in the end. That's like its fully upgraded form, which is sick. The crucifix handle is like the way it's been like traditionally shown in artwork and most prominently in Lords of Shadow, which is where like it got a lot of prominence because it began using like the actual crucifix part of it to do shit instead of just the whip parts. They're like in Lord of the Shadow, you get like a fucking like metal stake built into the bottom of it to shank the shit out of vampires with. I guess onto like the actual characters themselves, like most obviously like the fucking cross, holy water, and axe are all sub weapons from Castlevania.
At least I knew that.
They're all like, what's really funny was that they showed him using the cross against death in like the CG trailer, and that's because the cross is one of the recommended weapons for fighting death in Castlevania 1. In fact, it's also like it's pretty easy to get it outside his room, like right before the boss fight.
Fuck!
Because it has the range and it like handles his size and shit. Although really, you want to use the holy water. Fucking no end to the terrors.
Wow.
Wow.
Who hit that dude? Did you hit the taxi?
I mean, I hit it after it stopped.
Because I was jumping past it, and then it turned, and the jets hit me and knocked me into the water.
That's art. The uppercut, dive kick, and slide kick are all moves that Richter use, and he's the Echo Fighter. Richter from Rondo Blood and Dracula X and partially Symphony of the Night. They're all his like movesets. They're just like they're really rad. They're used for like insane mobility. The freeform whip flailing thing where he just holds out and shakes it about.
Everyone knows that.
That's from Super Castlevania 4. The Grand Cross item crash is from Rondo Blood. Dracula's Castle is just the same room it is in basically all the 2D Castlevanias because it's consistent across all of them. The throne room just extended off from the main castle. You go up the staircase and there it is. Which I thought was fucking rad. It even like when they showed it off in the trailer, it actually used like the music for the final stage of Castlevania 1. Before you get to the staircase, which has its own music in Castlevania 1 and 3, if I remember right. Castlevania 3 is considerably more ominous than 1's. Yep. Snake coming up the middle. Dracula, Richter, and Alucard are all their Symphony of the Night versions, which is a bit cheeky because that was the PlayStation 1 game, but you know, who's counting? In particular, Richter's line, "You don't belong in this world, be gone," or "Be gone, monster, you don't belong in this world," is a, I assume, hilariously Nintendo'd version of the actual line of "Die, monster, you don't belong in this world." Because that's the famous English voice acted line, and I guess they changed it because they didn't want to have a character just shouting "fucking die" in. Oh wait, 10 in the trailer. The clock tower level would have been like also really sick. That would have been like probably the best choice, but Dracula's throne room is also pretty damn good. You can see the clock tower in the background at least, so it's there.
What if it with Luigi's Mansion a bit more?
You wouldn't get to jump all over it. Would have been some good stage hazards too, because then you have like the gears constantly moving and shit. Oh, that moss didn't drop fast enough, and I bounced off him. Can't look at the giant list at this point in time. I remember one of the next points was the candlesticks, just because that's a nice wee touch.
Everyone
Great candlesticks in Castlevania to get items. Richter's Holy Water Flame is blue like it is in his games, as opposed to the red flames from Simon's games, which is just a neat little touch for the Echo Fighter. All the Castlevania music in the trailer and all the ones listed are all tracks from Castlevania 1 through to Symphony of the Night, so it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, Rondo, and Dracula X, because that had some unique tracks, and then also Symphony of the Night. and they mentioned, oh, like the Smash Music team have like a lot of like mad fans of Castlevania music because its music is legendary, and that's funny because Michiru Yamane, composer for Symphony of the Night, God bless her soul, she was actually on the Smash 4 composing team. She did some Fire Emblem tracks mainly. So basically, I'm hoping she gets to basically take over the Symphony tracks again, because that's just how it should be, frankly. But then again, I don't know, maybe she's busy working on Bloodstained, maybe she's done with Bloodstained, I don't know. I just hope she gets to do some of the Castlevania music, because her work in all the games she's on is fucking sick. Oh, got away with that. So I'm trying to talk about Castlevania, please. The standard attacks, like, they say like his standard attack is like kind of slow and leaves him open because it's big and long animation. That's just fitting because that's how all your standard attacks are in Castlevania. You whip it and it comes out slowly, very fixed arc, fixed position. But it is like stupidly long range and probably hits like a bit of a truck too, so that's pretty accurate to how it goes. The bosses on the stage, Medusa, Mummy Man, Frankenstein, Flea Man, and Death are all Castlevania 1 iterations, well, except for Death's art style, which is Rondo Blood. The giant mask, Carmilla, is from Castlevania 2, the werewolf's from Rondo, and as I said, Dracula is his Symphony of the Night version, right down to the design for his monster form being the Symphony of the Night one. Like, pretty much exactly the same, just really high res, which really makes me think that maybe there is like like some sort of Castlevania revival dude, because a lot of these feel like designs they've like been touching up themselves or something. That's a lot to just have together, you know? Like, considering like the rest of the scale, we have fucking me taxes. He touches with Dracula. His animation before he gets up to fight, he throws a wine glass down, like in Symphony of the Night. Although in this case, he throws it behind him instead of in front of him. Because, fuck, I don't know. I don't know where the last person is. They're going to die. Yeah. All of his attacks and behaviors are from his traditional fights, like the fireballs, his positioning, the fire towers from Castlevania 3. And 1. Yeah, Castlevania 3 and 1, because he phase 1, Castlevania 3 is Castlevania 1. And like in the traditional boss fights, you can't hurt him if you attack his legs and lower body. You have to hit him in the head, because that's the only place he can be damaged in the original games. His monster form is, as I said, the Symphony of the Night version. Alucard from Symphony of the Night, he has the Chrysogrim, which is the best weapon in the game. He's like it's an invisible sword that just throws like multiple slashes for every button press. All his animations and moves are based off Symphony of the Night. It's like his jump is the grand jump with the cape flying behind him and all. And just to round off, Simon and Richter's like walking animation is exactly the walking animations from their games. That's like the exaggerated strut that all the Bellmans have. See a cat. And yeah, that's me done. You can go.
Alright, good.
Basically, it's like the most insanely faithful thing I've seen. There's so many little touches.
Are you surprised? It's Smash.
I'm kind of surprised at the scale of it. Like, the sheer scale of it is kind of nuts. Like, all like the specific games are all referencing like all the ones they're picking and choosing. It's all like the best traditional Castlevanias and all the most influential ones. Like, it's kind of nuts. And like, it's just really fucking nice to see. I just love that sort of shit. Castlevania is a series that has like a lot of consistency across its locations and designs and shit. Like the castle, despite being a creature of chaos, it changes itself to justify different stages every game. Has like a lot of reference points that are consistent across the series. Like the opening hallway I mentioned, like the Castlevania level 1. That really occurs across the series, that hallway and the opening door. Like, it appears in Castlevania 3, it appears in Symphony of the Night. It's obviously in Castlevania 4, because that's just a remake or retelling of Castlevania 1. It also even appears in like Dawn and Aria's Sorrow, I'm pretty sure. Like, it just appears all over the fucking place. Dracula's Throne Room is another one, stuff like that. And it's just like, just seeing that like that consistency just kept is just, it just tickles me. Alright, now you can go.
Fucking liar.
Can't help it, I just love Castlevania so much. Do you have like the entire thing on like the list of like, what happened in Model Order?
Yeah. All the points of interest.
Fair enough.
Ah, no! God damn it. Yeah, I was gonna say with Simon Belmont that the whip looks fun because of like how it comes out and hits. I could see that being very satisfying. It didn't really look slow to me. You were saying how it was slow. It didn't really look slow to me, which I guess is.
I think like the slowness is like actually in the recovery rather than the attack itself.
Well, speaking of the recovery,
I guess it's like a relatively thing. I don't know.
I was gonna ask you what the uppercut was from because it seems so generic.
The uppercut is one of Richter's moves from Rondo.
Yeah, look, don't worry. I was listening. I didn't say anything because I had nothing to say, but I was listening. I don't know. I'm not really pleased with that one. I like when recoveries are cool. That's not cool. That's not cool. Richter, get a better recovery.
Simon just flat out wouldn't have a recovery because, you know, fixed jump arcs and all that shit. He would just fall to his death and take it.
Well, if they really wanted to be faithful to the games, I think that's what they should have done.
If they wanted to be faithful to the games, he would literally have a fixed jump arc every time he jumped. He wouldn't be able to move in the air. It would just, you'd jump and he just moved set distance forward.
Well, that's how it is in real life, so I think that he has his head turned on straight. What else? The final smash is a cutscene one, and I hate it because it's a cutscene one, but it's pretty cool otherwise, except for the whole cross thing at the end. Looks kind of dumb.
I mean, vampires.
Like when he's putting someone in the tomb and like the whip is going around it, that's cool, and then the crosses just look like some stupid thing. So it doesn't really look like it has any impact.
It's a big screen clearing attack in Rondo of Blood, so I guess it just kept it that way. Although the coffin thing wasn't there, they just added that, I guess, to make it single target.
Yeah. I was gonna say, if it actually did, you know, clear the screen kind of, or at least have range, that'd be cool. I was like, Richter who? Because I've never heard of that character before in my entire life. And I'm not the only one, apparently, so at least there's
apparently,
that.
like, no one has played Castlevania, and that saddens me. Even though it's like a multi-million selling series.
Well, I'm glad all the Richter fans are excited because he's included.
It was this really rad thing where, like, you input that your save file name is Richter in Symphony of the Night, you would, instead of playing it as Alucard, you would play Richter mode and just play as his Rondo of Blood incarnation through the Metroidvania world. It was fucking rad.
What if they only put him in because all of Simon's moves come from him and he wasn't gonna be in the first place?
Like,
well, most
it's
of
only
them,
like
apparently.
3 of them. No, it's only 3 of them.
Sakurai's like, well, who's the echo of who? So he made it seem like it was half and half.
No, he's referring to like the uppercut, the dive kick, and the slide kick. That they're Richters. Everything else is standard Castlevania or specifically Simon.
Pretty sure the slide kick is Crash Bandicoot, but okay.
Rondo Blood came out like 10 years before that.
Let's see. Castlevania stage. I like how it looks aesthetically, like, you know, darkest stage in Smash.
Yeah, like the aesthetics of Castlevania is part of the reason I adore the series so much.
Looks very Dark Soul.
It's almost like that's inspiration or something. It's almost like Castlevania was like a major influence on the industry or some shit.
Well, I mean, I'm seeing everyone stream Bloodborne, but I'm not watching them stream Castlevania, so like, who's the echo of who, Gavin? Wow.
But, you know, I'm like more happy than I could have possibly been.
Thanks,
I remember like
guys.
yesterday when we were just saying, oh, is this gonna be like all modes and shit.
Yeah, I thought it was, I mean, the Octoling wasn't even announced at all.
Yeah.
I mean, the Octoling would have been really lame. Like, even though I haven't played any Castlevania, and I'm gonna be real with you, in like actuality, like outside of being happy for you, especially, and like other people I know who would be hyped for Simon, I don't really give a shit at all. It doesn't really look like a character I would play either, besides the whip kind of being fun, maybe for just combo videos ultimately. But yeah, that's you know, I don't really care, but he would be better than the Octoling. The Octoling would be so boring.
Yeah.
They should have just announced it with the Inkling. Like, but for real, the year of the Octoling? What are you fucking talking about? If this the Octoling wasn't here, what's so year of the Octoling about this? If anything, it's still the year of Luigi. But yeah, Kid Dracula's apparently question mark kid
Yes,
who only
yes,
showed up in
that's-
like a Japanese only Game Boy game. Looks like a
It
fucking
wasn't
dumbass.
Japanese only. It was released in the West.
Okay, well I don't fucking know. He looks like a dumbass, so I wonder how he's gonna look
He
in
is
Smash.
a dumbass. He's a wee cartoony chibi thing from a Wii Joe game. There's a decent Wii game, yeah, it's just a wee simple game. Like, fair enough. I kind of like it. I didn't know who it was at first. I saw someone else say, "Oh, it must be Kid Drac." It's like, oh, I can see the her. But when I just saw the thing, I was kind of like, that's not a boss I recognize. What the hell?
Oh my god, it's Kid from the poster in the doctor's waiting room. It's the teacher from Captain Underpants. Yeah, 34 songs in that one stage.
Yep.
I mean, I know they said, yeah, there are gonna be 800 plus songs in the game,
Yeah.
but like, I wonder if Castlevania is just gonna be getting a weird special treatment.
Well, I mean, they did explicitly say
Look,
that
I know they
the Smash
explicitly
music team
said
are
that.
actually explicitly fans of Castlevania and its music.
I'm just saying,
And
like,
again, as I mentioned, like Michiru Yamane, like legendary composer for the series, was on the Smash 4
Gavin,
the composing
Gavin, we were
team.
listening, okay?
I know, but I'm just repeating it because you're like going like, oh, I don't know why.
But I listen.
I just repeated myself because like it did, you know, they established that there is good reason why it's getting that attention.
I know, it just seems so weird to me. It makes me wonder how many songs all the other series are gonna get though. I saw a picture where it's like they showed all the songs like by series when they were talking about that, and Final Fantasy only had 2. It's like, well,
Yeah,
that's
it's
definitely
probably
like,
because there's like just 2 Final Fantasy 7 songs from Midgar stage.
well, that's like probably what they unlocked or something. We can only hope.
Yeah.
Because wasn't it only like 2 in Smash 4 though?
I don't know. I don't know offhand.
They're definitely gonna put more than 2.
They're probably gonna like put a bunch in.
I would hope. They have to put oh, what's that song from Final Fantasy X? The Highland song with the jaw harp. Do 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 do.
They're probably gonna put in like remixes of all like the Super Nintendo battle themes, like Final Fantasy 4, 5, and 6.
It's the best Final Fantasy song. Yes, it is. Bow, 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 bow. It's so good. That has to get in. Oh, this is good.
I feel like if there's any Final Fantasy X song, you know, it'll just be the battle theme.
Yeah, it should be the Blitzball.
The dun 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 dun. Fuck me. It was a small thing. I did not see it.
What?
Are you okay?
How did that? It like went through the thing. Are you serious? Haha, got it. Haha, got him. Oh, I'm just gonna focus on surviving now.
Yes, please do. Why is there so many misses?
Titus lap. Sorry, Titus. Because that's his real name for some fucking reason. What else? Oh yeah, he's like, with Dracula appears sometimes, but what makes Dracula appear? So I figured the Castlevania nerd, who is even nerdier than I fucking thought, would have already known the answer. In
Well,
2
it's probably
seconds.
either when you cycle through all the bosses, or it's going to be his lowest chance of appearing.
I was
Yeah, besides
thinking,
Kids Dracula.
I was thinking, what if it's time-based?
I mean, it could be.
Like, you know how KK Slider appears at like 8 p.m. on the Animal Crossing stage?
I mean, it could be like, yeah, it could be like if he appears in like the final bit or whatever, because he is just the final boss.
And no,
That or it's like, they said like once in the blue moon, so maybe it's like some trick, like there's a moon in the background and that goes like full moon or whatever.
what if,
Then Dracula appears.
what if he literally only appears on real-life blue moons?
I mean, that would be fitting. He only resurrects every 100 years.
That'd be so funny if he only showed up on launch day and then he never showed up until 100 years later.
Because he died on launch day.
Man, what a mystery. Not even Gavin knows.
I mean, if he has like any explicit spawn conditions, they're going to be ones they made up for Smash. Because like the only special conditions he has in series is he is the final boss. You know? It's not like you're trying to like spawn some rare monster. He just appears when you get to the end. Maybe you have to kill like a certain amount of other bosses or enemies.
I was just saying, like maybe in the game it's highlighted like the clock on his wall is midnight or some shit.
There's no clock there. Like at most I can think of is like, so I mean like sometimes it's the full, sometimes it's the crescent moon in the background when you extend the tower. I don't know.
And Alucard, don't really know who he is. Isn't that Dracula backwards? That's all I know about that character.
He is the son of Dracula.
Yeah, okay. Dumbest
Who likes
fucking
humanity and rebels against him.
name ever. Who came up with that name?
If I remember right, Bram Stoker.
Fire him.
He's been dead for like a century.
Good.
I forget where the name Alucard originated from for this shit, but everyone uses it. So I don't know.
I'm just mad that it kind of works. All right, that's it for Simon Belmont. Put him back in the coffin, because we're moving on to the character everyone wanted in Smash Bros. And no one's angry about it all for dumb ass reasons. Crom has finally made it back. He got his chance 4 years ago.
I really love that one of his taunts is like the mirror of Lucina, so they can do the pose from the key artwork for Awakening. Like that's adorable.
I mean, I think Crom deserved it, and it's obvious. It was obviously expected. He's an Echo Fighter Roy of all characters.
I would have expected Ike, honestly.
Well, the thing about Ike, because Game Boo, right? Biggest fucking Fire Emblem nerd on the entire planet, talking about how it wouldn't work because Falchion is actually a
Falchion is a standard one-handed sword, and like Alondite and Ragnell are actually two-handed swords. Ike is just so strong he wields it one-handed. I know.
Yeah, so it just wouldn't make any sense if he was Ike as an Echo Fighter because he would have to share a bunch of animations. But
before like Crom is like one of the meteor lords. Like the only Lord Fire Emblem Lord buffer than him is Ike.
Lucina isn't an Echo Fighter, so
he is of Mars.
No, not officially, right? She has her own spot on the thing, and she won't,
I'm pretty sure, like, officially she is, like, just Mars Echo Fighter.
I don't think so. I think, like, Dr. Mario, all the characters that have been in Smash before, that are basically the same character, aren't Echo Fighters. Like, Daisy's the first.
Well, maybe, I don't know. We'll have to see.
But,
it could have been that they were also, like, demoing that mode where, like, you could just have Echo Fighters displayed alongside the regular ones, instead of stacked on top of them.
Maybe, but I don't think they're Echo Fighters. It would have been common knowledge by now.
Yeah, I haven't noticed that. I just assumed.
But like, wouldn't it make more sense for him to be Lucina's Echo Fighter?
I mean, I get
Marths?
That or Marths, because it is technically literally the same sword. It's the Falchion, but whatever. I guess he fights too aggressively to be Marths. I don't know.
I know nothing about Chrom other than the fact that I have the Christmas version of him in the mobile game. So, good job, Chrom.
Boy.
You did it. Yeah, Chrom's.
He's a good boy and he deserves it.
He deserves it, especially since, as I said, it was expected. So I don't know why people are so fucking angry. Oh wait, because they're like, well, actually, Nintendo, there are more Fire Emblem games than just Awakening.
It's almost like Awakening saved the series or something.
That's not true. That's not true.
That is true.
Because I'm a true Fire Emblem fan. So, so something about that, I don't know.
The series sales were like fucking dwindling because they just weren't catching on as much as Nintendo would have liked them to. So like, Intelligent Systems just made Awakening as like basically a last hurrah for the series. There's like a lot of Fire Emblem One.
Wow, the Final Fantasy.
Yeah, basically. And they brought back a lot of popular mechanics. Like, you know what? Let's just bring back like the relationships thing. People like really love that sort of shit. And, here's like made this big like nice story. Like here's Marth but as a girl. all that shit. And then it sold like actually like 1 million worldwide. It's like the best-selling Fire Emblem in both like Japan and the West, basically. So, single-handedly brought the series back and made it like one of the mainstays of Nintendo's stable. So there you fucking go.
I don't know. I do agree with those people though. I do think Chrom deserved to get in because he's Chrom and he was literally confirmed last time.
Yeah.
So I don't think you can get mad. I think, and I know people are like, I don't want to get Fire Emblem represented in the game, but I think that it would be really cool to have like a representative from a Fire Emblem game that, hasn't been out, because that game is all about characters, having 1 million characters. Yeah. So if you need to have, like it has so many games in the series. All I'm saying is that Nino should be playable. That's it. Really. That's today's tea or whatever. What did the kids say?
Was about to say it should have been the Black Knight because he's also a sword user.
Nope.
But
sorry, he's not Chrom and he's not a girl, so try again.
He is hot.
Yeah, without the mask. That's a spoiler, but they don't seem to care.
It is a spoiler, that's what makes me laugh. But it's also only a spoiler you only really get if you've played Path of Radiance, so...
I mean, it doesn't matter, because now you're just always gonna know.
He does know, like, what he looks like. So when you see him appear in the game, you're like, oh, hello.
So do you have... Oh, I do. Wow, hilarious.
You have...
That's hilarious, actually.
Yeah.
It's too busy to play
that
Fire Emblem. Oh, and it's Wave 3, even better. Whoops. Well. Oh my god.
Good job.
Match direct discussion. At least I have a piece of this. Don't worry, Gavin. I'll always find a way to throw you under the bus.
You will.
And that's what friends are for. I hate this.
See you, Biggs. Thank you for stopping.
You're gonna miss the best part, because Gavin will nerd out.
I can't remember if we actually said it, but hello, Mendez.
Yeah. Gavin will nerd out for 10 minutes on Dark Samus.
Again, yes, I am.
Please God, don't. But once again, I have never played a Metroid Prime game in my life or watched it.
It's the thing of I feel like Dark Samus has enough like differences from Samus that she could have her own full moveset pretty easily.
Yeah, that's what everyone was
actually
saying.
Very differently. But at the same time, like the actual like variance and sheer difference in animations, considering she's like an Echo Fighter, like she just floats along. Her dodge animations are all like weird and spooky because she's just an insane alien monster that has like no spine. It's like fucking great. I love it. Like, sure, like ideally I would like her to have her own shit, but being this way to get to play as her and considering she is like aesthetically so different and all, I'm fine with that. I'm good with that.
Just Dark Samus.
I mean, if you want to be specific, she's... Oh, actually, that's a spoiler.
Got him. Anyway, yeah, all I really noticed is that she floats, that's it. That's all I noticed.
The music was this insanely sick violin rendition of the Metroid 1 Lower Brinstar music. Created Lair music,
You
which
mean
was...
the Brinstar Depths which is a stage that is returning.
Yeah, basically, yeah. It's that, the music from that, and this fucking mad violin thing. I loved it. All of her attacks are otherwise, like, basically just Zombies, but, like, all covered in alien gunk and, like, colored phazon, which is alright, fair enough. I mean, a lot of her attacks basically are just, like, super versions or phazon versions of Zombies in the games, so fair enough, got me there, but yeah, like, basically I really like it and I'm really happy. Like, I'm glad she actually got in some form.
Can't believe Gavin's getting more mains.
I know.
Meanwhile, I'm just gonna...
I got like fucking 3 this time alone.
Just gonna stay here as Yoshi.
We'll play a squad strike 5v5. I'll have like a whole team of people.
Around at that point yet.
You'll just have 5 Yoshis.
I don't think you can do that.
Probably
It has
not.
3 different characters.
I just wanted it. I just wanted it.
Well, you know there are multiple Yoshis in the canon, so it wouldn't make sense.
Yeah.
As long as they're all different colors, I guess. Where are the dead teams?
They're all echo fighters of each other. Oh, that's a taxi. Come on.
And I'm dead.
Well, there's a problem, isn't it? Because now they're chasing me.
Yeah, the Echo Fighters are toggleable. I don't know, I think we mentioned it, but...
Yeah, you can like either choose to have them like this on the character select screen, either be their own spots or just be like stacked up versions of the ones that are Echo Fighters with.
It's kind of funny in a way, because it's kind of like a slap in the face to people who are saying, hey, take up slots. But for the people who actually don't care and like to have the full kind of roster looking thing, they have that option too.
Right.
I don't even know where you are over there.
Not good, of course he's a Kohak. There's a snake too.
Wow, this guy's a fucking dumbass.
This guy who's dead for like 20 seconds.
Not my fault.
Yeah, sure.
Team all reviving. Meanwhile, I'm on point. I know how to throw grenades. Let's see. They highlighted a bunch of returning stages, and then they highlighted Final Destination for some reason.
Just because they hadn't yet, so they needed to make everyone calm down.
I'm gonna be real. I don't like this Final Destination because the thing about Final Destination is it's flat. That's its whole thing, right? So when the background with the jutting like jewels or whatever the fuck makes it look not flat, it's like weirdly deceptive and kind of goes against what Final Destination's all about. What?
What?
The taxi actually managed this bullshit. Fuck off. But yeah, that's really all I have to say about the stages because they're all basically returning, except for Pokemon.
I like the return of melee Pokemon Stadiums. That's my favorite of the Pokemon Stadium ones.
Okay, I didn't know that people had favorites for Pokemon Stadiums, but
I do. I don't know if other people do. This is the one I like the most.
All I care about is Pac-Land is back. That's all I care about.
Is it back?
Yeah. Did you read the list?
Okay.
The Reddit thing I liked?
Well, because the list was like the list of stages that aren't in it, right?
Yeah. Did you see Pac-Land on that list?
I didn't look.
Well, I didn't see 75M on that list, so your meme stage is in there. So you can be happy about that. But, what else now? Oh. Yeah, Pokefloats isn't in. I'm really wondering if they're making a new one. That would be so good. But they probably aren't.
Probably aren't.
But maybe they are. They're listening to the fans, apparently. Oh, that's not good.
Well, I guess we'll get to this when we're done with the whole thing, but what I love is how, like, they're listening to the fans, but then the fans keep finding new things to scream about.
Oh, Paper Mario wasn't announced, so I'm just gonna keep on that train. Yeah, well, we can get to that later.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I have plenty of time. Oh yeah, as far as stages, the New Donk City Hall, actually, we saw what it was. Instead of going around New Donk City, though, you just go up the City Hall, which is kind of lame, because the floors are very interesting.
I feel like it makes up for it with its special gimmick.
I feel like they should have just, I know no one likes, like, what's it called? Something Falls, like Congo Falls or whatever, or the Ice Climber stage, where it scrolls up.
Yeah.
But I feel like
Yeah.
they could have had it scroll up and then stop at the place for a while and then scroll up. And then you jump back down or
Yeah.
something. But yeah, I mean, the gimmick is that you touch the Donkers and Pauline, and then that actually adds to the music, which is just like the game, which is cool.
Yeah.
But
I really like
the
that.
problem is that they come in on flying platforms, propeller platforms that not only aren't in the game, but also look really stupid.
I mean, how else would they get them on
Just
the
put them
fucking,
on
like,
the
level or
balcony.
anything?
Just spawn them on the balcony. Or wherever, you know, wherever. And then you touch them. Don't have them fly in. It looks so fucking stupid. You ruined that stage, Nintendo. I mean, but
We also get to hear Jump Up Superstar being sung again. That's always great.
it's cool that they add the vocals and stuff.
Yeah, I really like that touch. It's nice.
Yeah, that's pretty much it for that. The Odyssey flies around in the background. As long as Cappy doesn't show up, I'll be happy. He's gonna show up, isn't he?
Yeah, probably.
Bitch. Fuck off!
I mean, haven't we like seen him as Mario's hat yet?
Shut
Or is
up!
that something I hallucinated?
No, we haven't,
Okay.
which is good. But
I feel like that's going to happen. Like one of his tonsils make a pair of eyes appear on the hat.
now, why would they pay homage to Mario's latest 3D adventure, which is considered one of the best video games of all time? Come on.
And is
get
available in the market on sale right now.
it. Fucking idiot. Like, what are you thinking? What are you thinking? Why would they do that? It's like, oh, for fuck's sake.
I turned it on. There we go.
It was like one ball away, so I'm like,
Yeah,
all right,
it
let's get a head start because there's no time left.
Yeah, but then it turns on a dime instantly. So.
Yeah, that's annoying. Speaking of stages, there are 103 of them, so that's a very obvious number because you know they've, like Sakurai even pointed out, without Battlefield and Big Battlefield and whatever the fuck, there are 100 stages. It's like that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Ah, here we go. All right, tell me if some fuckers do that. I would rather not open this first. Yeah, it's probably up front. Yep. But yeah, that's a lot of stages. It kind of makes me anxious in a way. Does that make any sense? Like, which one do I pick? And then you can turn stage hazards off, so all of the stages are good. You know what I mean? There are too many options, Sakurai. Stop.
This is a game all about options.
There are too many, Sakurai. Just too many. Alright, let's see. It's a ball on walls. It's probably front again, if I had to guess, but...
No, it's
over
low in
here.
front.
It's probably front, I say, as I don't go to front.
Yeah, and that's why I decided to do it for you, and then, yeah, it's not fun.
I wish that there was, like, just a one where it didn't gush at all. Did someone open this?
They did, yeah, the one with grenade, I think, to try and, like, dissuade thieves, and then it just kind of rubbed up against the gusher instead, and didn't go
That's not
over,
a very
so...
good idea, huh? Well, it's probably back there, so... Nope, it's the other one. It's the other one, it's the other one. Wish I had a better DPS weapon.
I have the splatter shot, so I'll just try and stand in front of it.
Just get eggs in now. Yeah, and then now you pick the stage first. That doesn't help my anxiety at all either. It makes sense.
Splash ultimate because he gets anxious on the tiles.
Yeah, it makes sense though. Like the explanation of like you know you don't really counterpick a stage, you just counterpick characters or whatever. I don't know if that's. I feel like that'll shake up the competitive scene a bit. Because counterpicks are a thing, right? So.
They are, yeah. Like imagine like stage picks were like a big thing.
Yeah.
Because like there was like banner stages and like there's like lists of stages that are counter picks like certain characters or like to other stages or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, like Sheik is better on Battlefield, Fox is better on Final Destination, Paco's better on Dreamland, stuff like that. Oh, that sucks. Whatever.
So having to pick the stage first and then your characters is interesting, because it basically means that if you don't get your pick, you already know that the pick of your backup character, whatever the fuck.
Yeah, except that one.
Well, yeah, I know. I'm talking for like the sort of people who do.
Until they announce Paper Mario. You know, I'm kind of surprised that I don't main Wario, considering he's one of my favorite characters of all time. Like,
I'm surprised by that too, actually.
I guess he just kind of like it's just Yoshi's so much more fun to play. He's just no one is as fun to play as Yoshi. I don't know why.
I reject that outright.
I need like I need an air game, I guess. The air game? The air game? I should play Little Man. He has great air game, according to Kanji.
Yeah, I wonder what percentage of the recordings like those runs actually made up.
Feel some type of way about that one, but whatever. What else? Oh yeah, and then the music we already mentioned. There are over 800 songs. They're definitely gonna be selling it, right?
I mean, maybe. They did announce like this big mad-ass Ultimate Edition over here.
They have to, right?
It's like a big wide-ass box, and I assume it's not just going to be a Switch box, like GameCube controller and an adapter, like it says.
I mean, they could charge $50 for the digital soundtrack, and I would buy it, because there's so many songs, you know? It just makes sense.
It's like 800 fucking songs.
So that's kind of...
volume alone, it justifies it.
Hopefully they, you know... They don't nerf songs for 2 minutes, but they probably will. Oh well. Final Smash meter. I love that idea because
I love that idea.
Like the only item that anyone ever fucking turned on anyway, if people don't like items like me, is the Smash Ball, because Final Smashes are interesting and fun and unique to each character and stuff.
I mean, yeah, and also just like supers are like a mechanic in every other fighting game.
Yeah, so like. Having to not even turn, like, because the Smash Ball only showed up every once in a while, and it would break the flow of the fight because everyone would scramble to get it, and sometimes it would just leave, and it could be knocked out of you. I don't think that can happen with this meter, too.
No, the meter's just always building.
That's what I hated the most about the Final Smash Ball, was...
It's like other fighting games, and the meter will actually build as you get hit. To give you like a reversal mechanic, basically.
Yeah. So it's genius. Like, they're going to be less powerful, but I think that those are going to be my standard at least.
I mean, yeah.
I just genuinely wonder what the horse's Final Smash is now, because the whole idea with Final Smashes is Yoshi's fucking sucked. It sucked. So my whole thing was, I don't know if you remember, I was a fucking god at breaking the Smash Balls.
You were insanely lucky, yeah.
No, not insanely lucky.
No, it was insanely
skill
lucky.
Because Yoshi has the air game. But yeah, it was like, it's insane, because I would just deny people their Final Smashes because that would give them the advantage over me. So it's better to keep it at a zero sum, where I just waste everyone's time by flying around and missing all the fireballs because the Final Smash sucks, than them actually being able to kill me with theirs. So if Yoshi's Final Smash still sucks, which it probably won't because it has to be fundamentally different, then this will shake it up. For sure. But it really explains why the Final Smashes are faster now. Because you can't do two at the same time. Really? What the fuck happened?
I got killed by the rain at the very end.
What were the other two doing?
I don't know.
That was fast. But, yeah, because, you know, like, imagine having to wait for Giga Bowser to wear off before you can use your Final Smash. That would be so fucking annoying. So, you know, that makes sense. But even, like, outside of the meter, it also just makes sense to make them faster because of the flow of the fight and everything.
I'm hoping that one day they'll eventually catch up to, like, Dragon Ball Fighters, where you can just... Everyone sets off all their supers at once until it's scream of lasers.
Well, I think with how the Final Smashes are, aka cinematic, it's impossible. But
I don't know, because like a lot of Dragon Balls are also cinematic, and they all just go off at the same time.
And there's Squad Strike, which you mentioned before, which is I like it
3v3.
because it's like subspace where your stocks are different characters. I love that
Yeah.
about subspace so much. So to have it be an actual mode is so good. Of course, I only play as Yoshi, but maybe one day. It's just such a cool idea. I love it. You could do 3.
Yeah, I really like it. Like I really like the idea of it just because of that whole pick like your 5 best and off you fucking go.
And then was the Smashdown after that was you just keep choosing fighters and then you can't repick.
Yeah.
Which is also a really neat idea.
Yeah, I like how in the trailer, like right away, they said you can be a bastard and pick your friend's best characters right away.
Yeah, but you have to
and
be
just
good
deny
at
them. Just deny them for the rest of the round or whatever.
Yeah, but like that's probably why we will never play that. Bitch. Either that or we make house rules.
The house rule is you start playing after round 1 because you only have 1 character.
Yeah. I mean, I did kind of play Sonic and Pac-Man, but I was nothing special with them. And then when I tried to learn... Oh god, what's it called? That spin dash thing. You fucking shot me in the head!
I don't even remember that one.
It's like you jump and spin dash at the same time as Sonic or something. It's like tech. I was like, I kind of want to learn how to do Sonic more than just spin dashing and up airing. And then Gavin's like, no.
Oh, was that one of the rounds where I was playing Zombies and you just kept getting mad about zoning? I remember that.
Yeah, not a fan of zoning. Even though I mained Peacock. But yeah. that's in an actual fighting game, it's different. What else? The training mode has like a grid and it like shows the launch stats and stuff. I wonder how many more features it has.
It's also like adjusted for like character weights and shit. It's actually like really rad.
It's really like specific, you know, or whatever the word is.
Yeah. Like it's like so specific. Like it's actually like pretty neat, and it makes you want like it feels like they're doing like a genuine push to make this the competitive one.
Yeah, which is good.
Like as I saw, like as a tweet I retweeted said, Sakurai laughing loading a gun.
Yeah.
It's time to stop playing Melee.
Melee, huh? I mean, it's kind of funny though because like at EVO this year, this is like the 1 year where it wasn't just the same people winning, so everyone's like, "Oh, Melee's back! Thank God."
It's not though. Like the same amount of people just grown by like 1 or whatever. That's it.
I mean, with how stagnant Melee's been, that is a huge amount of progress. I don't know much about the Melee fighting, so just that it has been stagnant. And that people don't really like Underdogs.
I know that it's stagnant and the fan base is like fucking terrible in like every possible way.
Well, I think that people are allowed to like the game.
I mean, they're allowed to like the game, but also, you know, like, I mean, like it just has to fuck off at some point.
Maybe this will be it. They added Ridley. Everyone's here, even Dr. Mario. He actually never watched already.
I mean, he left for like 1 instance. Yeah. Didn't he?
What? No, he was in
Brawl. He was in Brawl. Okay. I thought he left.
Was he? Oh, god damn it. Memories are such a fickle thing. We're in the Bannerstain universe. I mean, I don't know, because you know, Smash 4 still has a competitive scene. It really just depends.
Yeah.
I really don't think it'll kill Melee if it's not this fast.
I mean, it probably won't just to like sheer mimetic force at this point, because like, you know, Melee fans are just like aggressively anti any Smash Brothers that isn't Melee.
And with good reason.
I'm dead.
I really like how it spawns you up there most times.
Yep.
Oh, I'm dead.
I have the sniper rifle, so I'm like just kind of bone. I am just kind of bone.
after that. Classic mode is back, which I guess is the melee mode, I think.
It looks like it's not quite like
it?
you have like your own unique stages based on the series thing. That's the adventure
Oh,
mode.
right.
But
No, never mind.
is,
Okay, yeah.
but it is like the Smash 64 style,
Yeah.
or Melee Classic style.
Giant
which is also nice,
metal
'cause I like
Donkey
that.
Kong.
Yeah, stuff like that. I like
I
that.
wish they would bring back the melee thing where it's like you had specific challenges. Like you played
It
as.
seems to, because like one of them is like, or do you mean like the challenge mode? Like,
I mean,
challenges or whatever?
you would play as Ganondorf and you would fight Link, Young Link, and Zelda, and it would be kind of themed.
Ah, yeah.
And then the final one
that
was
just-
like versus Giga Bowser, Mewtwo, and someone else.
Yeah, the challenges mode. Yeah, that would be pretty nice.
And then they moved on to items, which who cares? Because they're items.
I mean, some of them look pretty nice. They're quite fun. Like Death Scythe is gonna be a fucking laugh.
Death Scythe is from
Castlevania.
the Castlevania, so that gets a highlight. And the Ramblin' Evil Mushroom from Earthbound is just.
That looks like it's gonna drive so many people mad.
Yeah, no. I mean, the item itself sucks, but the fact that that enemy got representation in the game is great. So I like that. I think we already knew about the banana gun. Killing Edge, I don't even know what that's from, honestly.
Fire Emblem.
Does it glow in Fire Emblem?
No, actually, but
Well, I guess it's just not faithful. Turning that one off. The staff, is that also from Fire Emblem?
I don't think so. I don't know what that's from because it doesn't. It doesn't seem like specific to anything I know.
Maybe it's a Smash specific item.
Might be.
Oh, okay, here we go. I'm gonna check. Oh, it's low at here, so let's check walls. It's high at walls. It's walls. But, that one's kind of interesting, I guess.
The range of it is fucking nuts and stuff. They shot that like across the fucking stage.
Well, that's the whole gimmick of it. What else? The Rage Blaster. I think that's a Smashism.
Yeah, that's a Smash one.
It's like whatever.
I kind of neat, I guess. Like,
I didn't open that, did I? Okay, good.
Did you?
No, we're good. Alright, I'll check walls again. It's low on walls, so it's... Oh my god. Did you do that?
No, I didn't do that.
Alright. Just so you know, I'm going back and checking the footage.
You could feel free to.
It's over at walls. Or not walls, Pierce. God, it's the one near the... Yeah.
Fucking figures, doesn't it?
Good. Good, 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 good. Who opened this?
I don't know.
Who did this?
I'm pretty sure, like, it was just because there's an enemy there. It was like an overshot or something.
Alright, and then Pokeballs, which are also items. And
I really like Ditto.
yeah, Ditto's the only, like, really one of note, other than Palm Meme, because it's a meme. But,
Which one? Which one's that?
the tall palm tree. That's a...
Oh, okay.
I love how it's the first one they showed off, too.
I like that one's execution. Like, it just creates a wall wherever it is on the stage.
But,
And I also like Mimikyu, just because I like Mimikyu.
yeah. The Ditto turns into a fighter. I like how they use the Inkling, further reinforcing my theory about Inklings. Because they're one and the same. But, yeah, Ditto's an actual really cool one. And then just a bunch of other Pokemon we already saw. I think we saw Snow Vulpix, but not Fire one, but whatever.
Yeah, but having both of them is neat.
Pyukumuku, actually, I don't know how to say that one. It's actually, like, really
Yeah,
funny.
I like that. That's fun.
Because he waves when he leaves.
After
Also, Bowser Jr. looking at it when it, like, it's a Pokemon that looks like an asshole. What? Do you think that was intentional?
I didn't think it looked like an asshole, so I don't know.
Like, have you seen its mouth? It has the same exact kind of star thing going on. Are you fucking
My
serious?
asshole isn't a little X, so...
Well, in media it is. You know dog assholes. Japan loves them.
It's also cat assholes. It's also just animal assholes in general.
And then assist trophies, aka the deconfirmed list.
0.
The deconfirmed list. It really was though, right? Because first off,
Kinda.
they showed 0, so people were not happy about that.
I didn't think 0 was getting in anyway.
Nor did I, but I mean, people had hopes, I guess. It showed Crystal, which really just take her out of the game entirely, but at least she's not a character. Thank God. Claptrap, which was kind of like a...
That made me laugh my ass off just because of how different it was.
Claptrap seems like an item, not a assist.
Yeah.
But I guess it's a precursor to K-Rool, so...
It was subtle foreshadowing, yeah.
That works. Captain. Captain's is really good because he drives you off the stage.
Your character looks pissed off as hell.
Yeah. Too bad we aren't gonna get to see, like, you know, Samus and Dark Samus with that as their masks. But
I want to see them just like batting at the windows helps.
I really like that though. Captain deserves it. Kawasaki has Kirby's old Final Smash, which is a nice little callback. I like that.
Yeah.
And he's like the biggest meme in Star Allies, so it fits. Ray Fox is back. I just wanted to ask, what's the canonical reason of him reflecting projectiles?
High frequency blades can reflect projectiles.
But
they're vibrating like fuck.
He doesn't
They
swing
just
them.
deflect, but
He doesn't.
he doesn't need to. You just hold it up and the vehicle just bounce straight off of it because the blade is like vibrating at like such mad frequencies.
Is he holding it up?
Yeah, you just hold it in front of him. Like, that's all you need to do. You just hold it in front of you. If the projectile touches it, boing. Like off it goes.
All right.
This is how high frequency blades work.
That's kind of cool. Oh, that's antsy. Oh, that's wave 3.
That's how you can. It is, yeah. That's how like the cyborg ninjas are so ridiculous in Metal Gears because you have like a fucking like mad sword you can just bounce everything off.
Nikki from Swab
That
Mode.
was
That's
funny,
so
that
good. I love that. She just draws things on the screen. It's basically like a portable PictoChat mode. And also Nikki is cute.
Yeah.
And also Swab Note was great. So it's good fan service. Shovel Knight? That's fucking huge! I know people wanted him as a character, but the fact that Shovel Knight made it in Smash at all is insane.
I know.
I mean,
like,
not really. I mean, that's what everyone's saying, so I was just echoing that. But I'm gonna be real with you. I think the fact that he got an amiibo is like much more significant because that's like actual merchandise that Nintendo actually has to manufacture. You know what I mean? And
Well, they actually don't. Too. Like the manufacturing is actually handled by the devs themselves. They did as much.
Okay, well, Nintendo allows it, and like
Nintendo licenses them the right to use the amiibo name. Yeah, and probably like the NFC tech and all that.
It just seems like such a bigger deal to me, but it's still a big deal that Shovel Knight made it into Smash Bros.
Oh yeah, it is like an indie game making it into like to Smash Bros representation. Like that's fucking nuts.
I love how people were like still talking about Shantae. I don't think Shantae has a chance if Shovel Knight's an assist trophy, considering the amiibo.
I mean, at most, she'll also be an assist trophy.
Yeah, but people were like, "Yeah, I really don't want Shantae to get it." And I'm like, okay. But,
people saying that are just salty that fucking.
It's probably not
like Ashley didn't get in or something.
The moon from Majora's Mask.
I fucking love that one. It just fucking flies into the stage.
I don't know. It seems like it's really just a final Smash, which
I mean, yeah, but that's why I fucking love it. It's just no shit's given, giant rocket into the stage, it just screaming anger face as it rushes into you.
I mean, I just want to know what the conditions are for blocking it.
You can probably just hold your shield up and that's it.
Maybe. But that brings up the interesting point that people had that Skull Kid, like, what's his final Smash gonna be? Is this deconfirmed Skull Kid?
I mean, Probably. Like, did people think he was in?
I mean, didn't he get a Mii costume or whatever?
I mean, that doesn't mean shit.
I'm just saying, like, and you know, he was popular in the Smash Ballot, and they are obviously listening to the Smash Ballot, as we'll reveal later.
I mean, if he is in, we'll see. But you know, that doesn't necessarily have to be his final Smash, because he could also just summon the 4 giants, or turn into the Super Majora and wreck everyone.
Yeah, I was gonna say the weird double whip thing. People were bringing that up. I hate
Majora Final Form.
I fucking hate that boss. That's just because it's so ugly. But yeah, I don't know what his moveset.
That would actually be more fitting. I mean, it'd probably be like a combination of like little flip moves and like little flute shit from Ocarina of Time, and then it's just haunted spooky magic shit from Majora's Mask, where like it just turns people into shit. Yeah, the Skull Kids in the forest and Ocarina of Time are all playing flutes and doing a little silly dance.
Okay, I thought it was the ocarina.
And if you go, no, it's a flute.
It's the ocarina.
If you go into like the forest as an adult, they start like shooting like projectiles of some sort out of the flutes at you, because they hate adults.
Good. I thought that was an interesting little tidbit. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Ashley deconfirmed as a character. Good.
I mean, frankly, good.
Good.
Yeah.
Sorry,
good.
Ashley fans. I don't think she.
I hail no remorse at some of the shit I've seen today from people shitting their fucking pants about it and screaming. It's kind of like, what? Just go fuck yourself. I hope.
I mean, I don't want Ashley in, but I will still stand up for the Ashley fans that are not loud, like the Waluigi fans. There are people who want her in that are respectful people with good reasons for wanting her in. I can respect that. Where are you? Oh, never mind, I'm alive. I was gonna say, you're the only person I can rely on, and then I get sniped, which is good, but...
I got assaulted when trying to take out a sniper.
I actually, like, completely forgot that Ashley was an assist trophy before. But it would have been kind of cool if she was in, and then, like, her moveset just derived everything from WarioWare micro games. Especially because of how weird they are.
Still do that with a character. They probably do that with like
Jimmy.
Oh no, or Jimmy. Yeah, Jimmy would be far better because he's just the
fucking
guy.
Jimmy.
Oh, that would be so much better.
But I mean, but Ashley, I think she.
That would also maybe get Jimmy's music in.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we could get Jimmy's music anyway, but I think Ashley.
We can, but we'd have like more of it.
Ashley was the most likely WarioWare rep, so if she's not in, I don't think any WarioWare rep.
Like Mona would probably been the more.
No, Ashley's more waifu material in Japan apparently. So.
Oh, okay. And
Japan's canon, so. Also, Ashley's like 12, so that's kind of weird, but Mona's probably also like 13, so whatever.
No, she's like explicitly saving up for like college and shit.
Mona's
paying off college, because like the gimmick in her stories mode is she's always doing like 50 million side jobs to pay for college or whatever.
Well, maybe she's just looking forward to the future as a responsible child.
I mean, also like in what is it, WarioWare Smooth Moves? Like she's literally a cheerleader for like the college team for Diamond City or whatever it is.
Well, that doesn't mean she has to be in college.
And also she drives like an actual motorcycle.
Well, it's a video game.
I'm beginning to have suspicions about your reasonings for sticking with it.
You know, I'm just saying, Gavin, like in anime, there are 13-year-olds that are piloting mechs. I think that a 13-year-old piloting a motor scooter is reasonable. Yeah, you know what? I don't like that you mentioned that now.
That
makes me feel really uncomfortable now. Because now people are actually going to think that.
I'm just...
Mona isn't even my waifu. That's Wario.
I'm just kidding. It was just an easy stab to me.
Screw it now. You ruined me. My streaming career is over. Oh god. Oh. Alright, we're good. What else? Oh yeah, fucking the Ragnalos! That was like the first time in the direct that I like actually cheered. Like yesterday, we were literally talking about how
You're like, oh, I don't like Monster Hunter
Well,
anymore.
no, it's not that I don't like Monster Hunter. I love Monster Hunter. It's just that like the will to play it was gone. But then Rathalos is in. And like I mean, I hate Rathalos the most because there are 5 of them and it's ugly and it's really generic and boring compared to other monsters. But it is the face of Monster Hunter, so I can't deny that. So the fact that it's
I do love that it's both a boss monster and an assist trophy.
Yeah, I don't really know why that was highlighted, but the part that interests me is the boss because the stage doesn't look like a stage at all, and
No, it looks like a Monster Hunter stage.
it looks like something from a story, but maybe. Like what boss could it possibly be? I don't know. If that's the Monster Hunter stage, it's kind of boring because it's just a plane that's nothing.
I mean, welcome to Monster Hunter.
No, but Monster Hunter has slopes and things that look like slopes but aren't slopes, and coral, and there were underwater things at some point. I'm sure.
Yeah, but a lot of it is also just field and plain and there's an opening in the woods.
They probably have so many more interesting locales to draw from. I don't believe that that's a Monster Hunter stage.
Who knows? Like, it could even be something like just a standard like bosses of all types appear here and just fuck you up.
Maybe
Stage.
like a boss rush mode or something. But
Yeah.
I just don't get why they would highlight that it's a boss but not tell you how it's a boss. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's probably on purpose, and you're like, oh, there's
Adventure
shit.
mode. Actually, is that next? That is next. How they showed off the main menu, and then there's that blurred green option.
Yep, that seems to be very blatantly some kind of single-player story mode, or well, not story mode, but like a single-player major mode.
It's just weird.
That's the only thing not there in the unblurred stuff.
Someone kind of unblurred it. I don't know how legitimate it is, but it seems to say the word spirits. I don't know what that means. They were saying maybe Luigi has something to do with it, like, in the trailer. But I feel like that would be...
I mean, that feels like a
Yeah, I feel like that would be more fitting if they, like, revealed the mode.
Yeah.
There as well. I can think about that, by the way. But, yeah, I don't know what that is. I feel like they should have just not blurred it so that people don't...
I mean, it's to give, like, anticipation for next time.
I would just make it the green square and then juxtapose a question mark on top of it.
I mean, impose?
Whatever.
Superimpose?
Whatever. I like that word better, so...
That's not what...
I know, but I like it better. Maybe you like have it written in moon runes that don't mean anything. Something like that.
That would be an interesting way of hiding the mode. Just put it in like the fucking Breath of the Wild hiding language.
No, because that's easily translated.
Yeah, I know. But like something like that.
But isn't there a language in the games that, like in a Nintendo series, that has never been translated? You know what it is?
Maybe.
Damn it! I should have gone for the other.
Like for all I know, you could be referring to the fucking Chozo language from Metroid Prime.
Gavin, we both know that I'm not referring to the Chozo language from Metroid Prime.
Which is only technically translated, and that you see Zombies' scanner is translated output, but not the actual one-to-one translation.
I think mine missed. Hilarious. Ah!
The snake.
Why is it going for me? The main menu kind of looks convoluted too.
I thought it actually looked very...
Like, what's with the picture in the middle? That's pretty tacky, isn't it?
I didn't think so. I thought it was just like a very neat, like looking menu. Everything was just like right there. Like, there's clearly where I have to go for this, that, and the other.
I mean, at least it's not like, what button do I press to move the cursor in this direction? Like the other Smash games. It seems pretty straightforward in that regard. But, I really don't like that picture in the center. Like, I feel like you could fill that space with something else.
For all we know, they will.
Maybe.
You just can't trust these cheeky bastards.
Wait, Jesus. But then after that came the best part of the direct, which was the K. Rool trailer, which was like, I actually didn't think that they were gonna put King K. Rool into Smash. I know everybody wanted King K. Rool into Smash, and I was so
I didn't
happy.
think they would either.
I was so happy for those people. Do you have the thing?
No, I don't.
But I would like, because I know like Mike Panutz, among others, like really wanted K. Rool in Smash. So I was like super excited for them, kind of like how when Simon was in, and Dark Samus especially was in. I was excited for you. Just like, you know, for all those people, I was really excited that K. Rool made it. Just, and like Ridley with
I fucking love that trailer because like
it's so expressive.
it is like it's so hilariously well animated and all the expressions are like fucking 10 out of 10.
It's amazing, and then everybody loves King Dedede's expressions, but like the Kong's expressions are also great too.
My favorite one was where even when like the silhouette of like King Dedede like had appeared over the window, Diddy turned to look at it and then Donkey Kong just kept staring off into the distance.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
And then it's like, Donkey Kong, what are you doing?
It's like, mate, hurry up.
But I think my favorite thing in that trailer is how their eyes pop out and they're both have their faces directly against the window, so their eyes break the glass. That's so good. Yeah. And then King K. Rool punches the shit out of Dede. He looks so good too. Oh, they did him justice. And then his final smash is him blowing up Donkey Kong Island, which is a cutscene.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, holy fuck.
It's a cutscene one, but like it's a reference to Donkey Kong 64.
Which you never actually got to see though.
And like King K. Rool and that game are both like Western developed too, which is amazing.
Yeah.
It's just so great. Wait, who else is? Right, Dark Samus is Western developed too. Right?
Yeah.
So not rare, retro. Speaking of retro, what are you working on? A game with King K. Rool, maybe? Donkey Kong game with King K. Rool, perhaps? Probably not.
Probably not. I feel like they just do like 2 or 3 and then they move on. Is what the impression I'm getting.
I kind of hope not. But, hey, Shogotoa, we're talking about the Smash Direct. Actually, what time is it? Oh, it's 6. Hold on, don't text me or anything.
Are you like waiting on someone? You have to go or what?
She's like, because I'm staying over their house for the weekend, so they're like, we want to go over the routine with you around 6. But of course, they're probably delayed in their jobs and stuff, so whatever. Yeah, that was pretty much it for the Smash Direct, which it was so much meatier than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah, like that was fucking way a lot more than I was expecting. It was like in this yesterday we were just like, oh, you know, Octoling Echo Fighter, and like maybe it's gonna focus on like all the modes and show off some stages and shit, which you know it did do. But then also like just all of like the new characters, like all the new like features and modes and customization options and
the music and stage reveals.
Yeah, all the shit they're like the lengths they're going to.
Like it really is insane. Like how much
like,
work
this is insane. Yeah,
they're putting into this game, and how much it has. You know.
Yeah, it's got so much shit. There's so much attention to detail. There's just so much fucking content in it. And it's not like easy or cheap stuff or just like easily reused stuff either. Like all the music is like fucking actually done like remixes and shit.
We all know that for sure.
Yeah. I mean, we do. Like a good chunk of it always is gonna be remixes.
Well, we don't know if it's reused from old Smash games, but
I mean, like
from what we've heard,
like,
you know.
That's still like a substantial, like, you know, 34 Castlevania tracks. There hasn't been any Castlevania tracks, so it's 34 new songs right there.
I kind of hope that all of it is new. I mean, at least it's not going to be like Kirby Star Allies.
Like, not all of it is going to be new, because I just remember like when they're showing off, here's like our song preview thing on our website. One of the tracks was Snake Eater, and like that's just going to be the Snake Eater song.
Well, I mean, but that's kind of different, isn't it? That's like.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, at the same time, in Sonic Generations, they did remix City Escape.
You may, but Snake Eater is the kind of thing where like you kind of have to leave it as is for the song to be as good and effective as it is. Like this isn't like it's not like a level music, you know what I mean? Like it's an actual like title theme.
Yeah, I know. That's kind of what I was saying. And it's like
lyrics and shit. And like the sort of thing you wouldn't remix, you just leave it as is for the effect. So every time it's appeared in Metal Gear Solid after Metal Gear Solid 3, it's always just been directly as is.
I think in the direct even we heard some songs like the Donkey Kong Country music that they played was in previous Smash games, but it's different. But like, I don't really know much about King K. Rool because I never really played any of the first 3 Donkey Kong Country games.
I played one.
Well, I
played them all, but I only ever beat one.
I watched the first one in its entirety, and then I'm like, well, I kind of don't want to spoil the other 2, and also they aren't really as compelling because they don't feature Donkey Kong to me. You know, I'm not really a fan of Dixie Kong.
I also feel like they're.
And Diddy Kong.
I feel like at least 3 isn't as like good as.
Yeah, because it has fucking Kiddy Kong in it.
Yeah.
Disgusting creature. Thank God he's dead. Stay dead, bitch.
I think one of my favorite things was one of the ex-Rare staff saying, "I wish I spent more than 5 minutes thinking of K. Rool's name."
Yeah, I love that. How there was like that kind of retrospective. It's so cool. I wonder if they knew about it. Probably not, right?
Probably not. Like, you know, they're not Rare. Anyone Rare aren't owned by Nintendo or anything. Nintendo just has all the rights to that shit themselves.
And thank God too. Yeah, I don't know any of the references for K. Rool really. I don't know what his belly thing is from. I hope that's a reference because it's weird.
That's one of his attacks in Donkey Kong Country 1. You'll just belly slam him.
I don't like how it becomes green. It's weird.
And like, you know, there's stuff like the blunderbuss is just how he works. The blunderbuss, I think, is explicitly his gun from Donkey Kong Country 2.
Yeah, because he was a pirate and then he was a mad scientist in 3.
Yeah.
You could hear cannonballs in the distance when Sakurai was announcing him.
Yeah, you could hear the thumping. I was kind of like, that's cheeky.
He's like, yeah, you knew something was coming afterward. It's like, well, King K. I like how Mike is like, well, King K. Rool isn't that big. Rathalos.
He really isn't that big.
Rathalos as a playable character.
I would mean it.
The first character in the series that's a boss, a playable character, and a stage hazard.
How many people do you think want that for Waluigi?
I mean, it's not gonna happen because of the assist trophies are basically a deconfirm list, but maybe next time.
Speaking of assist trophies and being the deconfirmed list, someone pointed out something that makes me kind of laugh. We've seen like Knuckles as like the Sonic assist trophy, but that means a certain someone hasn't appeared yet, despite being an assist trophy previously. Like, are we gonna get like our fucking like low edge?
Shadow is definitely Shadow's definitely a Shadow. Wait, an Echo Fighter.
Echo.
He's the most Echo Fighter of all Echo Fighters because
he really is. And to be honest, I kind of hope he is.
There's no reason for him.
I want like the fucking like edgy voice acting.
Sonic literally uses your chaos control. I'll use your chaos control. Oh, I hate that one. You need 4 more eggs.
I literally can't move for all the ink in this rain.
Hey, you go be dead somewhere else. Oh god.
Yeah, and this is all missiles again.
And I'm outie. Never mind.
Yeah, just go. It's fine. I'm just trying not to die.
Well, that's the thing. They were all blocking the doorway. Woo. So now that they announced all of this shit, and everyone's like, I think it's still fair to want characters and stuff in the game. So is there anyone else that you would still want in the game?
To be honest, I can't think of anyone.
Because you got Dark Samus, I think that was on your list.
That was, yeah. It was like her and the. I didn't even ever expect Castlevania stuff to stand a chance.
Same.
So that just being in is just kind of like, fuck. Are we still going? Or are we...
Yeah, why not? It's better than walking around the plaza for literally 15 minutes.
Yeah. But like, to be honest, I don't really have anyone else.
Well, I can think of someone that you would want.
Who?
Wonder Red.
Sorry, what?
Wonder Red.
Well, yeah. They made it, actually.
Bayonetta's already in the game.
Bayonetta's already in something, and Platinum are like best friends with Nintendo right now.
Oh, that's what you were saying. I thought you were like, it'd be nice if Bayonetta got it. I'm like, Gavin. There was a whole stink about Bayonetta at Evo recently. How could you?
I know. Like, I'm not saying that.
By the way, still think Bayonetta deserves better in Smash. She doesn't deserve to have this bullshit that makes people hate her, because I was watching the highlight reel and it pissed me off. You shouldn't be able to just literally grab a character by the scruff and then take them to the kill zone. That's not fair!
I mean, yeah, but like, the thing is, like, I feel she should still be like a character who's combos and shit, because that's what Bayonetta, the game, is all about.
Well, so does Ryu from Streets. He doesn't do that.
Because again, I mean, his Street Fighter isn't very combo based, so like it's all about like normals and spacing and shit. It's not about like getting mad combos. It's not this way. It's just you hit people where you can, and then that's like about as good as you do. And you either back up or you stay on and keep pressure and keep them from hitting you. It's the standard fundamental fighting game, as it were.
Put Peacock in Smash. Oh shit. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they're making a wonderful 101 for Switch, I could see it happening.
I mean, they must be like at least considering a port of it.
Yeah, I mean, how like he's probably requested a lot, maybe.
He must be, right? Because like if Bayonetta was like one of the most requested characters,
she wasn't.
Not counting stuff like Goku, then surely like other Platinum characters probably aren't far behind.
That didn't work? No.
By my estimate, like looking at the big like images they showed and their ability to just like squeeze people into like even like spots I didn't think there would be anyone, I estimate there's about 5 character reveals left. That's including Echo Fighters.
Yeah, I mean, because they said there weren't going to be a lot, and I was predicting there were probably going to be 5 new characters this time around.
Yeah, we're kind of we're just over 5.
But yeah, we are now over 5. But I don't know. Do Echo Fighters really count? Especially Simon Belmont, dude. He looks like he has all the same stuff, right?
I mean, that's the point. Is that they
genuinely have all the same stuff? I thought they were slightly different.
I mean, a lot of the time it's like they have the same stuff. It's just like the statistics or effects are tweaked.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Which is, well, yeah, like his the statistics and effects are tweaked. Like I assume
when
like
you
they
say
go into
effects,
specifics, but I
you
assume
mean like blue fire. I thought you meant like.
Well, not even just like blue fire. Like I assume like the ranges and shit, or like how much damage they do, or how much they launch or stun or whatever, are all different from character to character.
I guess we'll have to see. Well, I saw.
It's like Dark Samus seems to be like a lot more floaty and like fast and evasive compared to regular Samus. For instance, you can just observe that by the way she moves and like how there's a lot of emphasis on her dodges and shit in the trailer. They seem to be like very quick and easy to do, which is fitting because like she's a weird alien creature that has no spine.
I have my doubts about that one. In the games, does Samus make the quip that what?
Samus doesn't talk in the games.
But what about the one where she does talk?
Like, you know, bar the shit one that she'd ever play. She doesn't talk in the game.
She doesn't monologue at all?
Oh, like, she does in Fusion, but it's not like, it's just like dialogue boxes. And there's no quips or anything, it's just basically like filling in the backstory about why she's here, what she's doing, how she feels about X.
Does anyone quip about how Dark Samus is spineless?
No. No, there's no real, like, the quips are usually just between, like, Galactic Federation soldiers, and usually among themselves, or in the logs you find after they're dead.
Well, do they say that?
No, like, the most, like, they quip is, like, fucking, one's like, Samus Aran doesn't exist, that's just, like, Santa Claus and Bigfoot, that's just a legend. And then you find his dead body, and you're just kind of like, ha ha ha.
I don't think she's that popular.
I mean, in the universe, she is, like, basically a legend.
Santa Claus, who's basically a god. I don't think she's
Some people
something.
don't believe she exists because the stories about her are too nuts, like destroying multiple planets of like space pirates and shit.
And I just really don't know about that one. Really struck a wrong chord with me.
Frankly, I feel you should be happy that Santa Claus is considered a thing still in the distant space future where aliens exist.
Thank God. They still care about what's important. Even the space pirates or whatever the fuck. That's a great thought though. Because the space pirate writing a Christmas list. Dear Santa, this Christmas. Oh! You can get launched by the cannons apparently. Oh shit. I was not expecting that. Well, we're gonna probably lose this one since I'm in the cannon that I'm not used to.
But yeah, like this was an extremely good direct, at least in my opinion. Because it basically was cured to basically me exactly.
Me.
There's like pretty much just exactly me and like probably me alone at points. It was just like stick yes and yes please.
Well, I don't think you care about King K rules, so I think you should shut the fuck up.
I don't really.
Wow, what a fucking ass.
But I'm glad they like picked him because like that's an actual.
So it's like a great pick while still being an obscure pick, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, because it hasn't been around in like fucking forever.
Yeah, but it's so good. The game, and besides, Smash needs more villains, so and they highlight that. Yeah. Well, actually, it's rivals because Meta Knight isn't actually Kirby's villain. Kirby doesn't have any villains, or whatever.
Well, as someone pointed out, like Metroid is now like the only one in the roster that has more villains than heroes on the roster.
Yeah, because
there's only one hero.
Yeah, that's true. But no, that's not true. Adam.
There's only one hero.
This is why I like this cannon more, by the way. You can hit both flying fucker positions. So, what do you think about Geno? I think Geno's basically confirmed at this point.
I feel like if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen now.
Yeah, I mean, because
it's one of the longest running fan demands, and they have Square Enix on board with Final Fantasy and Square Enix on the rights. Like, there's no way they're just gonna be like, hey lads, come on.
Also, it's from Mario RPG, a game called Super Mario RPG. I don't know. It's just like that because everyone asks for like it just seemed like characters from the character ballot. You know, they're finally actually getting to that. Because I'm almost certain that Bayonetta didn't win the character ballot.
No, like I'm certain she did.
Like how else would King K. Rool get in if it wasn't for the character ballot? So Geno is obviously up there. They're probably saving the best for last, right? And
yeah,
probably are. all the Mii costumes are getting characters, and Geno was a Mii costume.
Zero was a Mii costume. He's just a sister.
Well, he?
Yeah.
He?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Are you misgendering characters?
Are you sure about that one? What do you mean again? By the way, I was gonna ask the same thing to you, but that's not a joke.
Well, unlike you,
that's a serious issue.
I've actually played the games, so yeah, he
just catches me by surprise.
Like it's like he's literally referred to as he by X in like the opening text boxes of Mega Man X.
Wait. Oh. Wait. Oh. Wait. My brain was okay. I get it now. I get it now. My brain was thinking of Dark Samus because of Zero Suit Samus.
Okay.
I guess.
Very high or whatever.
Just something with Zero Suit Samus, and then like Dark Samus is Zero Suit Samus now. All of a sudden, just a lapse of consciousness, really. Yeah, I think Geno's basically all but confirmed, but that doesn't really leave many spots for other characters. I feel like
I want to put I would put a small bet on Shadows and Echo Fighter.
Of course, that's basically confirmed too, right? Mothership, you have the thing?
No.
I think Bandana Waddle Dee has a good chance of getting in as well, still.
I don't think so.
I mean, it could go either way, I think, because it's Kirby. It's one of the 4 major players in Kirby games for the past like 5 years.
It's just, I feel like it tells me they should probably just make new characters.
Oh, Gavin, I think that you should keep your stupid, shitty opinions to yourself. That's me role-playing the confrontational Kirby fan.
Yeah.
But yeah, I still think that Bandana Waldy has a good chance of getting in. Yeah, I mean, really, all I want is Paper Mario.
Yeah.
You'd think that I would want Jibanyan, and people keep saying Jibanyan's probably in because Yokai Watch is, I think, still huge in Japan.
I think he would be an assist trophy.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, yeah, I don't think you can really make a moveset for Jibanyan. Just inherently, any yokai, really. I don't think you can make a moveset, but...
No.
Maybe V-Nox.
If you're deep into the anime, maybe. Yeah.
No. That'd be really funny. No, but,
Because he just has, like, 10 million machine things.
Yeah, I mean, really, just like, I think he deserves an assist trophy with 100 Paws of Fury. You know. I guess, especially if some no-name like Mega Man is an assist trophy. I think that it's only fair. Ashley, like, who's that? Jibanyan, that is actually famous, of course, so. That really all I want is Paper Mario, which we already knew, and Jibanyan as an assist trophy because I want Yokai Watch representation. Even if I say that I'm not, like, the biggest Yokai Watch fan, I'm still a Yokai Watch fan. And it's huge, and it probably did wonders for the 3DS and Nintendo. So
I feel like you should probably tack an asterisk on there and say it was huge.
Well, I know. I don't know how Shadowside's doing in Japan, but I mean, how long has this game been in development? It probably started development while the game was still at a high. So
probably when they got like, you know, like the Switch dev kits.
I think it's possible. It would possible. It would be great though. But that's really all I want. I think. Like once Paper Mario's in, I'm like the K. Rool fans. Then all my wishes are done. You know.
I guess the only other, like another character I would expect is, I feel like there's probably gonna be an arms fighter in there somewhere.
I mean, it's not
because representation like, for their own franchise.
Yeah, like it's kind of weird that Arms isn't in here yet. Maybe they're making Arms like a big player in it. You know what I mean?
Arms recently crossed like 2 million seals, so
somehow. I don't know that it's not very welcoming anymore. Yeah, maybe that's like the next big reveal is an Arms character, like in King K. Rool or Simon. Simon's bigger than K. Rool, I think. Simon was the big reveal this time, maybe.
Yeah, because like the 6-7 minutes they spent on Castlevania alone.
And also just the fact, like, they really butter up the third-party characters, which is nice.
They want to, because like they want that support.
You already know how great King K. Rool is, so let us tell you how good Simon Belmont is. You already know every Nintendo character because you're playing Smash, obviously.
Although you'll probably only play as one anyway.
Yeah, all I want is Paper Mario, and please, God, do not be an Echo Fighter. Please, God. Like, that doesn't even make any sense. Don't even put him in the game at that point.
Like, I know what you're saying, but I feel like...
It doesn't make any sense.
I know, but I feel like you'll be on Echo Fighter.
Like, Paper Mario doesn't do any of the things Mario does. Paper Mario isn't even good at jumping. Outside of battles. Like, platforming,
I don't know, he has some
like
mad high jumps.
Pitiable.
Like the super jump and like the ultra jump and shit.
Oh my god, this fucking guy doesn't get it. Just doesn't get it. Yeah, that's the Smash Direct. Overall, amazing. Even if not, like, other than obviously all the general stuff like the music and all the stages and stuff, like no character reveal I was really like technically fussed on, but it's still amazing that these characters made it in anyway. Like, you know, it's kind of a weird thing to describe, but so I think it was amazing.
That was 5 in one direct. That was like Simon and Richter, Crom, Dark Thomas, and then Keru. Like the sheer number in here makes you wonder, like maybe like there's more than 5 left. Thinking about it,
Well, I mean, maybe they're not counting Echo Fighters when they say new characters.
maybe.
That's
But they're counting them when though in the big like image at the end when they're like fading them in. They counted the Echo Fighters.
yeah, I know, but
'Cause they
that's because they're technically
post-
on the thing. I feel like
Yeah.
the way they said it, they said because of all the work involved in bringing everyone back, there aren't going to be that many new fighters. That seems to imply that, you know, the new fighters take work, and I feel like the Echo Fighters don't take that much work.
Yeah, they're probably just like some animation work and some retexturing, and that's about it.
Yeah, just remodeling, reapply,
Just tweaking some numbers, basically.
Yeah. Not to say that making an Echo Fighter doesn't take work, because I'm sure it does.
But not as much.
Not as much as...
You're not devising, like planning, or like you're not doing research. You're not like digging up all the possible things that can make up moves, and you have to animate all these brand new things and all that shit.
Yeah, putting another man with a whip in the game isn't as hard as putting a crocodile man into the game. I think I gotta go. So I'm gonna scoot.
Thank you for watching and
We're coming
listening
out.
to us speak at length about these.
Oh my god, the Chrome notifications never stop. The next one is on the 10th, 2 days from now. So that's when we'll be back. Yeah, thanks for coming out. I always forget to say it.
Cheers. See you.